The National Assembly's Legislature began its four-day inaugural sessions on Wednesday, the 20th of April, with members re-electing Madame PanyYathotou to a second term as the Assembly's president and electing Party Secretary General MrBounnhangVorachit as the head of state.
Madame Pany, who was president of the National Assembly's previous legislature, received votes from almost all Assembly members present at the session. Referring to her suitability for the post, members said she was a long-standing and accomplished female member of the Assembly and possessed the necessary knowledge, skills, and experience to lead the legislative body. She was also able to make clear-cut decisions on the issues submitted for her consideration. Members also spoke of their pride that the country could elect a woman from an ethnic group to one of the country's highest leadership positions. This demonstrated that the National Assembly was the highest state body and a true representative of the people. Party Secretary General MrBounnhangVorachit was elected as president of the Lao PDR and permanent member of the party's Central Committee Secretariat Pany was elected vice president after they were nominated by the National Assembly Standing Committee. Mr. Bounnhang and Mr. Pany have been active participants in the lengthy revolution process and have years of experience in executive positions. Mr. Bounnhang was a revolutionary activist for many years. He was formerly a commander of the Lao People's Army, provincial party secretary and governor, minister, deputy prime minister, and vice president. The National Assembly also approved the election of Mr. Thongloun Sisulit as Prime Minister and Dr. Buntong Chitmani, Dr. Sonsai Sipandon, and Mr. Somdi Duangdi as Deputy Prime Ministers. Mr. Thongloun was previously Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Buntong is also head of the Party and Government Inspection Authority and the Anti-Corruption Organization. Mr. Somdi is also Minister of Finance. In addition, Mr. Kamsan Suwong and Mr. Kampan Siti Dampa were re-elected as President and Head of Office of the Supreme People's Prosecutor and President of the Supreme People's Court, respectively. The structure of the new government remains unchanged and comprises 18 ministries and 3 ministry equivalent bodies. Ministry heads are as follows. 1. Lieutenant General Chansamon Chanyalat is Minister of National Defense. 2. Major General Somkeo Silavong is Minister of Public Security. 3. Mr. Kamman Soonvilert is Minister of Home Affairs. 4. Mr. Jalern Yepauher is Minister to the Prime Minister's Office. 5. Mr. Somat Ponsena is Minister of Natural Resources and Environment. 6. Professor Dr. Boseng Kamvongdala is Minister of Information, Culture and Tourism. 7. Dr. Lien Tikeo is Minister of Agriculture and Forestry. 8. Mr. Saisi Santivong is Minister of Justice. 9. Dr. Kampeng Saisompeng is Minister of Labor and Social Welfare. 10. Mr. Kameng Pongtakdi is Minister and Head of the Presidential Office. 11. Dr. Kamani Intilat is Minister of Energy and Mines. 12. Ms. Kemani Ponsena is Minister of Industry and Commerce. 13. Professor Dr. Bovien Kamvongdala is Minister of Science and Technology. 14. Mr. Salemsai Komasit is Minister of Foreign Affairs. 15. Ms. Sang Duan La Jantaboon is Minister of Education and Sports. 16. Mr. Sompao Phaisit is Governor of the Bank of the Lao PDR. 17. Mr. Tansamai Komasit is Minister of Posts and Telecommunications. 18. Dr. Bunchan Sintavong is Minister of Public Works and Transport. 19. Dr. Pet Pompipak is Minister and Head of the Prime Minister's Office. 20. Dr. Supan Keo Misai is Minister of Planning and Investment. 21. Dr. Bunkong Sihavong is Minister of Health. 22. Mr. Bunkert Sangsomsak is Minister to the Prime Minister's Office. 23. Mr. Alunkeo Kitikun is Minister to the Prime Minister's Office. 24. Dr. Suwan Peng Bupanovong is Minister to the Prime Minister's Office. The National Assembly 8th Legislature has 8 committees and a secretariat. 1. Mr. Saitong Keodongdi is President of the Law Committee. 2. Mr. BunnhangVorachit is President of the Economics, Technology and Environment Committee. 3. Dr. Vilavong Buddhakam is President of the Finance, Planning and Audit Committee. 4. Dr. Sompu Duangsavan is President of the Cultural Social Committee. 5. Ms. Buapan Likaya is President of the Committee of Ethnicity. 6. Dr. Buakam Tipawong is President of the Justice Committee. 7. Kamsuk V. Intavong is President of the National Defense and Public Security Committee. 8. Professor Dr. MrBounnhangVorachit is President of the Foreign Affairs Committee. 9. Ms. Suansavan Vinyakit is Head of the Secretariat.